Welcome to the fascinating world of social psychology, where everyday experiences take on a whole new meaning. Have you ever found yourself at the top of your game, nailing deadlines and acing presentations, only to have a small voice in the back of your head whisper, "You're a fraud, they'll find out soon. Don't worry, you're not alone." This unsettling feeling is part of a common phenomenon known as imposter syndrome. Imagine this: you're killing it at your remote job, nailing deadlines from your cozy home office. But deep down a voice whispers, "You're a fraud, they'll find out soon." Sound familiar? What if I told you this isn't just self-doubt, it's a hidden brain trap wired into remote work that's silently sabotaging millions? Stick around. We're diving into the dark psychology that could be holding you back right now. Let's pull back the curtain and explore the surprising ways our minds can trick us, especially in the world of remote work. Okay, here's the deal. Let's start by separating fact from fiction. We're all prone to bouts of self-doubt, but imposter syndrome is different. Face a full-blown psychological pattern. Picture this: you're working on a crucial project, ticking off tasks with military precision. But despite the progress, a lurking fear persists, whispering that you're undeserving of your success. Suddenly, a minor setback like a missed deadline hits. Your inner critic explodes. "See, you're incompetent, you'll be exposed." This isn't your run-of-the-mill "I messed up" moment. It's an existential crisis. You question your entire career trajectory, wondering how you fooled everyone into thinking you're capable. This crippling self-doubt, whether justified or not, is the essence of imposter syndrome. And here's the mind-blowing twist. Research suggests that imposter syndrome is hardwired into our DNA, an evolutionary relic from our primitive past. Back in the day, life depended on fitting in, contributing to the tribe, and not rocking the boat. If you were kicked out of your group, well, let's just say you wouldn't last long alone. So, our ancestors developed a finely tuned survival mechanism, constantly scanning for signs of inadequacy. And here's the kicker: that instinct hasn't deserted us. It lives on in our modern-day worries of being judged, rejected, or worse, labeled a fraud. Yes, even in your cushy office job or while chilling in your jammies at home. In the game of life, especially in the remote version, the stakes are high, which is why understanding this primal fear is your secret weapon. Knowing your enemy is the first step to conquering it. So strap in, because we're about to drop some serious truth bombs that will blow your mind and hopefully help you break free from this sneaky syndrome. Are you ready to turn the tables on imposter syndrome and rewrite your own success story? All right, let's peel back the layers of this complex puzzle piece by piece. First, let's decode the imposter puzzle piece by piece. First, let's decode the imposter formula. Dr. Valerie Young, a leading researcher, breaks it down into 5 key ingredients. You've got perfectionism, the need to be flawless, often masking as productivity. Then there's over-preparation, spending countless hours planning and organizing to minimize any hint of failure. Next comes people-pleasing, prioritizing others' needs to build a false sense of approval and belonging. Then fear of failure, constantly worrying about falling short of expectations even when objectively you're hitting the mark. Finally, rumination. That's replaying past mistakes on repeat, doubting your intelligence and questioning your capabilities. Understand these pieces, and you'll start seeing how they form the bigger picture of imposter syndrome. Now let's bring in the wildcard piece: remote work. Enter the game-changing twist. This syndrome thrives in isolation. No water cooler chats, no casual nods from the boss in the hallway. You're siloed, staring at a screen with zero real-time validation. Your brain fills the void with doubt, turning every email into a potential exposé of your incompetence. Take Sarah, a graphic designer who landed a dream gig during the pandemic. She aced projects, but without face-to-face praise, she obsessed over tiny flaws, thinking, "They'll realize I'm winging it." Spoiler, she wasn't. But her mind tricked her into believing it. Suddenly, she started second-guessing color choices and layouts, tweaking until she burned through 16-hour days. Was it a lack of skill? No. It was the imposter formula cranked up to 11 by remote work's unique pressures. Recognizing this pattern is key to breaking free. Each piece fits the larger puzzle of remote work's impact on your psyche. You're not a lone wolf in this battle. But here's where things get really interesting. We're just scratching the surface of imposter syndrome's complexity, and the next layer is pure psychology. Ready for some seriously mind-bending insights? Let's dive deeper into the psychology behind imposter syndrome. Ever wonder why your inner critic seems to have a personal vendetta against you? Well, it's not just for fun. This is your brain's survival mechanism kicking into gear. According to psychologist Dr. Elizabeth Scott, this syndrome stems from childhood experiences where you are praised for external factors like looks or family connections rather than your true efforts and skills. Picture this. You're in school and your classmate gets praised for their awesome drawing talent, but when it's your turn, the teacher compliments your neat handwriting. No matter how much you love art, your brain starts associating your worth with external factors. Fast forward to your career. You're killing it in your role, but without the validation of your effort, your mind conjures imposter syndrome. Suddenly, you doubt your abilities, fixating on potential missteps instead of your accomplishments. Bam! It's your brain playing defense, desperately trying to protect you from past hurts. But this coping mechanism has its downsides. While well-intentioned, it sabotages your growth, keeping you stuck in a loop of fear and self-blame. Spotting these patterns is the first step to rewiring your brain and quieting the noise. But hold on, because the story doesn't end there. We're about to unlock the final layer of this intricate puzzle. Get ready for the grand finale. The hidden cost of imposter syndrome in remote work. As tech advances and companies embrace flexible work, the stage is set for this syndrome to thrive. Remote work's perks like freedom and flexibility become double-edged swords. Without clear boundaries, work spills into personal lives. You're always on, making you vulnerable to burnout. Think about it. You're juggling non-stop tasks and meetings, sacrificing self-care and relationships. Then when a mistake happens, your brain jumps to the familiar conclusion, it's your fault. This downward spiral leads to decreased productivity, missed opportunities, and even quitting dream jobs. The silent toll of imposter syndrome. You might feel like you're losing your sanity, but you're not alone. But fear not, because knowledge is your secret weapon. Now that you've uncovered the layers of imposter syndrome, you're in a prime position to challenge its hold on you. So how do you rewrite your story and come out on top? We're talking actionable steps and real-world tactics. First, curate your digital diet. Just like physical health, what you consume mentally matters. Unfollow accounts that trigger your insecurities and seek out those celebrating authenticity and achievement. Next, embrace the power of community. Share your journey with trusted friends, mentors, or even online groups. Remember, you're not alone. By banding together, you can challenge negative narratives and uplift each other, then champion your wins, no matter how small they seem. Keep a running list of accomplishments to counteract your inner critic. Seeing your progress objectively helps silence doubts and boosts your confidence. Remember, consistency is key. These practices aren't one-off fixes. They're habits that compound over time. Stay committed and watch your mindset transform. But here's the ultimate truth bomb. Imposter syndrome is a universal experience. It doesn't care about your background or brilliance. Even the most accomplished individuals grapple with self-doubt. It's part of the human condition, so don't let it define you or limit your potential. With every step you take towards self-awareness and personal growth, you're reclaiming your narrative and shattering the chains of imposter syndrome. And guess what? You're not alone on this journey. There's a growing army of us unapologetically pursuing our dreams and crushing it in the face of adversity. If you've resonated with our story today, drop a comment below. Let's build a community of awesomeness and lift each other up. Share this video with a friend who could use some validation, and together, let's break down the walls of self-doubt. Remember, you're amazing. Keep slaying those inner demons and own your success because you deserve it. Until next time, keep shining bright and never stop believing in yourself.